I had not been back to Mexico City in over a decade. We went there with my family, and the first stop that my mom wanted to make was at La Basilica de Guadalupe. According to the church's history, the Virgin Mary appeared to Saint San Diego at the top of a hill where the old church stands. She gave him flowers to take back in his rebozo, or a shawl for all you English speakers, although I do just enjoy saying rebozo. Anyway, back to the story. When he dropped off the flowers, the image of the Virgin Mary was imprinted in his rebozo, and now it still hangs in the church. A lot of people take pilgrimages to the church, my mom included. She wanted to go there to say thanks after my brother had a brush with death but recovered from COVID. We lightened the mood that night by exploring some of Mexico's gay district, La Zona Rosa. The next day, my sister rented a van and my cousin drove us to a couple small towns nearby. The first stop was Tepoztlan. It is a small town that some believe is the birthplace of pulque, a fermented drink made from the maguey plant. It is also known for a pyramid that sits atop of a mountain. The hiking trail to the pyramid is closed though due to extensive damage caused by a 2017 earthquake. After some mouth-watering quesadillas for lunch, we headed to the nearby town where we would be spending the night, called Tasco. The town is famous for its silverwork and picturesque but very narrow and steep roads. The next day, we went on a little tour of the town. The first stop was the Jesus statue, which was alright. It was a fun place to take some pictures, and it did have a stunning aerial view of the town. We made a quick pit stop at some waterfalls before heading to one of the most incredible places ever, Las Pozas Azules. It is a natural water park with different sized pools according to your ability. Some of them get really deep. I'm not a great swimmer, but if you're brave like my niece and my cousin, you can dive in there. I stuck to the medium-sized pools since I could only at best doggy paddle myself out of a situation. Dan and I had been talking about getting married, and when we saw two rings that spoke to us, we talked it over and decided to buy each other's engagement rings. I guess you can say we had our unofficial engagement dinner in Tasco. Both Tepoztlan and Tasco are beautiful towns that are a short distance from Mexico City and definitely worth a visit. The next day, we popped the question to each other in Mexico City.
¿Te casas conmigo?
Sí. And I guess we gotta do this twice because we're gay men. I don't know, I am amazingly happy to have everyone here, and especially we didn't plan this, but yeah, we are in front of the revolutionary monument, and I believe our love is revolutionary, and I am extremely happy to take my best friend as the partner of my life. And will you marry me? You can only need two. Is this your last one?
Yeah.
Is this right here? Will you marry?
Bravo! And salud!
Salud!
For the new couple.
We spent the next few days being tourists in Mexico City. The city is immensely rich in culture and history. I knew some of it, but going back and having a deeper understanding of history made it completely different. Like the beautiful church located in El Zócalo was actually built by the ruins of a pyramid destroyed by colonizers. We hopped on an open deck bus called El Turibus and traveled across the city, making several stops, including at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum and Ripley's Believe It or Not, aunque usted no lo crea. Yeah, they are cheesy tourist traps, but for me, it was childhood nostalgia to go back. I remember crying trying to make it out of that scary part of the museum. This city has over 150 museums and so many famous landmarks, it is impossible to see it all in one trip. One thing that stood out though was the graffiti on the monuments. It is a cry for help for the government to step up and do something about femicide. According to a national report, there are more than 24,000 women missing. Citizens are urging authorities to do more to investigate these cases. They feel the government often abandons cases, leaving families looking for loved ones by themselves. On our last day, we traveled to the pyramids of Teotihuacan. I had visited them before, but it was a whole new experience going with an actual tour guide. The guide really filled us in on the history and the myths behind the pyramids. It is an astonishing sight. We learned how the pyramids align perfectly with the cosmos and just how advanced the civilization had to be in order to just mathematically be able to do that thousands of years ago. We made it back to the city and got ready to go out for our last night in Mexico City. Mexico City has a lot of gay bars, and most of them are clustered in a neighborhood formerly titled Colonia Juarez, but nicknamed La Zona Rosa. Mexico is a beautiful country with amazing food. It was wonderful to see family, and I can't wait to go back. This is Eduardo Culbo.